What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Trash Film Home Video. Today I decided to do something a little different. I'm gonna do a collection video. I've never done one before, so yeah. And I decided, let's start off with a big dog. A lot of people, this is gonna be their favorite label, favorite boutique label. I don't consider them really a boutique label because their parent label is pretty big, been around for a really long time. And they're not necessarily my favorite. They put out a lot of great movies. And they do, most of the time, a really great job on their Blu Rays. But I think there's some other companies that are doing better work in departments of like transfers and audio and things like that. Features wise, when they do features, they do good features. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Second off, I'm going to do this in 3 parts. I'm going to do the ones now. The next one's going to be steelbooks and box sets. And then the last one's going to be slipcovers. But you're going to be like, why do you've been collecting since 2003 and you don't have slipcovers for most of these movies? That's because at 2 points in my life. Now, I used to have 4,000 or so, mostly DVDs and Blu-rays. And 2 points in my life I did like a sell-off, and the first one was to kind of cut down the quantity and have more quality. There were a lot of things that I was just never gonna watch again. There was a lot of things that I kept for like stupid reasons, like, you know, oh, if somebody comes over and they're like, I've seen everything, I'll be like, you ain't seen this. So I cut down a lot then, probably cut it down by, I probably cut it down to like 3,000. I sold off a lot. Second time, a little different. Life got in the way. I was going through a divorce. I was starting my life over. I was in school when the divorce started and was out, like I had to leave school. I was doing graphic design, studying graphic design, had to quit. Went back to a job, a company that I'd been with before that I hated. Was drinking a lot. Don't drink anymore. Quit drinking, actually. Been alcohol free for about a year and a month, something like that. But anyway, I was down and out, and I had enough at that place, and I just left. I just up and quit one day, just walked out. So I ended up selling off everything except for about a shelf, which, you know, now that's got some Arrow big additions in there, but, you know, a shelf and a half is about what I had left out of, 3,000 or so. So I've been building this collection back up over the past 2.5 years. So a lot of the stuff that I had to rebuy, well, they don't have slipcovers anymore. So anyway, who we're talking about today is Scream Factory. So we're gonna do 3 pieces. This piece is gonna be the stuff that I don't have slipcovers for, so just the regular Blu-rays, whatever. Second one I'm gonna do is steelbooks and box sets, or just steelbooks, and then I'm gonna do slipcovers and box sets. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna do. But anyway, let's get started. This is gonna take a little while. First one. Apparently not a lot of people like this movie. I love this movie. I think it's a great werewolf movie. It's Dog Soldiers. I think they got some werewolves in this are really cool. I don't know. A lot of people don't like it. I really like it. Up next is probably my favorite Carpenter film, The Fog. I did used to have this with the slipcover. Don't anymore. My favorite Carpenter films are either this or The Thing, but I probably watch this more. Next, we got another great werewolf movie. Love this one. Canadian, Ginger Snaps. Fantastic movie. I used to have this with the slipcover as well. Yeah, there's 2 other parts to this movie too, or to this franchise or series, or those are only on DVD though. The second one's really cool. The third one is like a period piece, kind of weird, but first one, great movie. Next, Toby Hooper's The Funhouse. This one I also used to have with a slipcover. Don't have the slipcover anymore. But yeah, really cool. A lot of interesting atmosphere in this one. Up next, Black Christmas, classic. Yeah, what else can you say about Black Christmas? It's a classic, period. This one I did not have with the slipcover. This is one I waited on. Day of the Dead. This one I also waited on. I didn't have this initially, so I never had the slipcover for this. Great, you know, I go back and forth between night, dawn, and day, which is my favorite. If you ask me today, it's probably dawn. You ask me next week, it's going to be day. The Thing. What can you say about The Thing? Fantastic. I do wish I kind of had the Steelbook, though, because it has the 4K scan, and I'd like to have that. Probably not going to ever buy it, but... Another great Carpenter movie, They Live. Used to have the slipcover for this one as well. What can we say about They Live? Came here to kick ass, chew bubblegum. A lot of bubblegum. Up next is probably my favorite slasher of all time, The Burning. This was a big one for me. I remember when this came out. I used to have a slipcover for this. I bought this right when it came out. At the time, all you had was that MGM DVD, and it was fine, but this was big. Yeah, I watch it every year, right around this time, in the summer. Another one, another summertime movie, another summer slasher, Sleepaway Camp. Can't ever go wrong with Sleepaway Camp. I used to have a slipcover for this one too. It's not that big a deal. I mean, Scream Factory slips are not like the most amazing thing in the world, but always watch it around this time of year. Classic. Up next is Bubba Hotep. I love this movie. You got Bruce Campbell, you got Ozzie Davis, you got a mummy in a nursing home, directed by Don Coscarelli. What more could you want, right? Come on. If you haven't seen Bubba Hotep, you gotta watch Bubba Hotep. Bad Moon. This one I didn't think I was really gonna like, but I actually really liked it. It's like a 90s werewolf movie. The werewolf in it is really cool, and it's got some pretty cool gore stuff in it. So if you haven't checked out Bad Moon, check that out. Up next is Demon Knight. Did not have the slipcover for Bubba Hotep or Bad Moon or this. I really like this one. I'm not a huge fan of Bordello of Blood. I like it just fine, but not enough to own. But this is a good one. One of the greatest sequels ever made, Texas Chainsaw 2. I did used to have a slipcover for this. Yeah, what can you say? Fantastic. Just a whole hell of a lot of fun. Up next, this one's out of print. I used to have the slipcover for this one as well, From Beyond. Great Stuart Gordon adaptation. Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton, Ken Foree. Fantastic. Pretty sure it's out of print. If you can get it for a good price and you don't have it, you haven't seen it, pick it up. This one definitely had the slipcover. I did not have the second slipcover that was like special and lenticular. I only bought the regular edition. One of the best zombie movies ever made. Candyman. Sometimes you just need a little Clive Barker and a little Tony Todd in your life with a hook and some bees. Cabrini Green. Army of Darkness. Not the biggest Army of Darkness fan, but I couldn't pass on this because it's got all 3 cuts. It's packed with stuff. I like Army of Darkness just fine, but it's not something I'm going to watch a million times. Another amazing sequel, Exorcist 3. This is a fantastic sequel. George C. Scott, Brad Dourif. Good stuff. Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror double feature. Love both of these. Really great anthology movies. Amicus, I believe. Poughkeepsie Tapes. Really wacky, fairly disturbing movie. This was kind of lost for a while. it had been, I can't remember the story, but it had been like, I don't even know if it ever caught theaters, but it was kind of lost for a while and nobody had released it. Then finally, there for a minute, I had a friend who was doing like limited VHS runs, and this was one of the ones that he put out, and that was the first time I actually saw it, which worked really well on VHS. I don't have that anymore. I don't have that VHS anymore. I wish I did, because those tapes are like, if you've ever heard of the Uneasy Archive, look it up. He did a lot of porn, and a lot of old porn, but sometimes he did stuff like this. It was fantastic. This is, I really recommend it. It is found footage, fake documentary type of thing, but really good. Okay, these, actually, no, I'm gonna go with these. So, next one, Terra Vision Video Dead. This one is out of print. I picked it up right before it went out of print. I really love Terra Vision. Video Dead's okay, but really bought this for Terra Vision. Then this is one that they put out. It's one of those like limited to 1,000 street walking with Melissa Leo, before she was in The Fighter, before she won an Oscar, playing a hooker. This is a really great New York movie, if you're into that kind of thing. The New York films of the time, really great. Now these are actually not really, I guess, Scream Factory. They're more Shout Factory. But I would go ahead and, actually no, wait, this one is. Okay, so this one is Autopsy of Jane Doe. Love this movie. Absolutely love this movie. The atmosphere, the setting in this whole thing taking place in this mortuary. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, pick that up. Check it out. To the Devil, a Daughter. Chris Lee. Really cool, like, demonic thing. What does it say here? First Rosemary's Baby, then The Exorcist, and now a motion picture that, hold on, I can't see, remember, that pushes further into the mysteries of the occult. I like this one. This one's really good. Galaxy of Terror. This one's like got Sid Haig and God, who else? Robert Englund's in this. There's some other people. Oh, I got some plastic still. Look at that. Still some plastic on it. Anyway, they did a steelbook of Galaxy of Terror and Forbidden World. I wasn't able to get the Galaxy of Terror when I got the Forbidden World one, but Corman, good stuff. Up next, I really love this movie, The Stepfather. Again, this is not actually Scream Factory, it's just Shout Factory, but I went ahead and put it in here anyway. And then the last one, love me some good cheesy Chuck Norris. This one's pretty good. And actually, I just watched Silent Rage the other night. It's fantastic. Ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. It's like a mixture of like Halloween meets Reanimator meets, I don't know, something else. Anyway, that is part one of a 3-part series looking at my Scream Factory collection. So, yeah, I don't know when the next time I'll make one. Pretty soon, hopefully. But that is part one. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys. Oh, wait. Tell me in the comments what your favorite Scream Factory release is. What is it? What are some of your favorites? And why? Nobody ever talks. I don't have a lot of people watching these videos, but I don't bite. You can talk to me. It's fine. We can chat. Shoot the shit, as they say. Right?